Welcome to FoodGod.
I'm back.
Grab a seat. How we doing?
How are you?
This is Alex Cappa from Cincinnati Bengals.
How you doing?
He's our protection, not only on radio, but
Off radio?
Yeah.
Good, I need it.
How you doing, FoodGod? Welcome to the program.
Get all set up here.
Here I am.
There we go. There we go.
Sound good?
We're doing Knockout Radio today.
Let's go. Knock it out.
We are here in Media Row.
So Matt runs over to me and says, "I got the food guy," and he knows that's all he talks about. That's all I care about is food.
Well, this is the right person.
I literally pick what events to cover, what Super Bowl to go to, what UFC to, because I look at what buffets in that town.
Right?
What are the restaurants?
Right.
So you may be my guy.
Yeah.
I could be your guy.
I'm
I
telling
could be
you.
your guy.
Yeah, no, that's why. I mean, we saw you in Atlanta, so I know you're a combat fight fan.
Yes.
We saw you at the Triller fight with Jake Paul.
Yeah, I hit everything. I go fights, Super Bowl, Fashion Week, Grammy Week last week, everything. I'm on the
Because there's food everywhere.
There's food everywhere. Thank God.
Now, just
Thank
before
God.
you sat down, we were discussing maybe funding a Hall of Fame that's all for buffet and food.
Okay.
But we know you have a golden palate, and Randy claims to have a golden palate as well. So I thought the two of you guys, there's so much symmetry there. That you guys had to meet, had to connect, and you're now watching a sports network.
Yeah, well, I'm just involved with a sports network. It's more of a sports social media called Stunt, and it's on the App Store, Stunt, and they have thestunt.com, thestunt.com, and it's kind of like all social media into one, everything, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, they have live, and it's great, and it just kind of launched last week, and I'm going to bring a little bit of the food into the sports, the tailgating stuff and all that.
What,
So
what
it's
do you
kinda
look
fun.
for, when you're going in, for food?
Oh, I'm so picky. I don't, my whole thing is it needs to look right. The look of it is sometimes more than the taste because, I'm not, it's not about the chef or the recipe. It's about the look of the vibe, and that's what people follow. They want to go to places that have stuff that looks good, that you could post, and you could, looking also like, if it tastes good, it's a plus. But for me, it's first I see it visually, and then I decide whether it's going to taste good because I see so many things, but I know the ones that are going to pop off.
That's interesting. To me, the most important thing is the temperature.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Because I have to search for stuff, millions of things that I have to look through. So first I have to see, out of a million, that people will be like, and I go, oh my God, this is going to be it. And then I see it, and then I find it, I go to the place, and it's a whole experience.
As a veteran in the U.S. Navy, we've learned to eat whatever's put in front of us.
Right.
So, it was never looking good.
Right.
When it was thrown on our tray.
Right. No, well, it's a whole new world now. And people really like to see what it looks like and show their friends what they're eating. And it's become like a humongous category.
So,
obviously, food is crazy.
So I know you're always on the go. I'll refresh your memory, but I invented the pizza diet. I became a professional bodybuilder eating it. And I know you're a big fan of Prince Street Pizza in New York. Took Randy on a pizza tour.
Uh-huh.
Now, where is your go-to?
Did you see my
spot?
picture on the wall?
I have.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely.
And Joe's Pizza?
Yeah, Joe.
Yeah, lots of
The
places.
Bleakers.
Lots of places.
So, but what's your go-to? Who's your favorite pizza out there that maybe I don't know yet?
I like places in New Jersey actually better than New York. So I like a little bit thinner. I like edge-to-edge cheese. I don't like too much of a crust, but in general I do like a New York thin. Actually in Beverly Hills, Mulberry Street Pizza is incredible.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a perfect New York slice that's not even in New York, which is ironic, but they got it right. But most of the good pizzas to me are in New Jersey. It's crazy. Star Tavern, like really good.
What's your go-to food? What is it? If you're just craving to eat something that you love.
The easiest for me is Japanese because I feel like I'm being healthy because it's fish, even though I put spicy mayo and 50 other things on it. So that's the one that I really like, feels comfortable because I'm like, oh, I'm not pigging out. Of course, I could eat smash burgers all day. I could eat pizza all day. I love Korean food. I love like Turkish food. Italian food. We went to a place yesterday, Sicilian Butcher here in town. Incredible meatballs. I was shook about it. They brought out a carousel of meatballs. It's like a Ferris wheel, and the whole thing moves. And you swing it, and all the meatballs are literally like hanging. Like it's the craziest thing. Oh, it's so good. It was so good. I went there to eat this, 5-person meat cheese board that comes out. It's bigger than this table. So I went to that, and all of a sudden, like, oh, one more thing you want to bring out? I go, are you kidding? One more thing? That's the thing. Like, I don't even care about that board.
You see that smile on his face when he mentioned like those with meatball face
for
wheel.
sure.
But it's all different flavors of meatballs, meaning like there's a steak one, a chicken parm one, there's all different meatballs, so it's beautiful. It's all like a Alfredo meatball, like a whole thing. It's crazy.
So, been finding some good stuff out here in Phoenix?
I just got here, so last night we went late night to this place, Chickadees. There's about 1,000 people waiting in line. I just stormed into the kitchen, started a riot. I think everybody's pissed.
He does the same thing. What's your go-to? Whether you're playing or not, in season, out of season.
Type of food?
Yeah.
Well, I love going to the steak place. So right now here, Steak 44.
Steak 44. Now it's open in Beverly Hills, Steak 48, which is, I guess, because I told someone I'm a Steak 48. They're like, no, it's 44. I'm like, no, it's 48. They're like, no, it's 44. And then we realized 44 is the steak, 48 is the seafood and steak combo. So, but it's from the guy who started Mastro's, who's brilliant. And then one in Beverly Hills is insane.
So at this stage, do you eat for flavor or do you eat to feel? Because like an offensive lineman, he's eating for calories. He's got to get to a certain level, so he just shovel them.
No, I'm really picky with meaning like I need to crave it specifically. I'm not just like I need like now I won't know what I'm having for dinner. Luckily, being FoodGod, I don't have to worry about reservations. But if I did, I'd have a problem because I decide like an hour before where I'm like I know people make reservations places, which is for me very difficult. Like I would never know that I want Nobu in 4 weeks. I can't imagine, like, what if that Thursday in a month, how can I possibly know that I want Nobu? Like, what if I'm sick or something? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. So, I know it's weird.
So
but.
And even that hold on, I'm sorry. When you have to book it like Disney, and you have to prepay.
It's very weird.
And if you don't show, you get charged anyway. Can
Yeah,
you imagine
I feel
charging me
terrible.
for food I'm not eating? That would bother me.
Yeah, I mean, thank God I have some perks being FoodGod that you can just call and go in right away, but.
So how'd you get into the stunts? How'd you get into the sports world, from the food world?
Well, I think, because seeing people like, I'm also like a judge tomorrow on the Taste of NFL. Yeah, so I'll be a judge tomorrow.
I am as well, only not officially.
Oh, you're just gonna stand next to me and
No,
just
I'm there.